Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh. Okay, berjumpa lagi kita dalam in this sessions, right? So this is lab sessions and notes for the lab sessions. Okay, lesson 08, week 9, right? So for the titles, using the sets operators. Okay, so this is lesson 08, week number 9. Okay, so this is part 1, right? So maybe we have 2 parts for these lessons. Alright, so without further ado, let's continue with these lessons. Okay, let's start with the slideshow. Start from the beginnings. Okay, so now using the sets operator. Okay, so for this lesson, we are going to see how to use the set operator, right, to manipulate all the data in the SQLs, right? So let's move to the next. Okay, so as usual, as after completing this lesson, you should be able to do the following. Okay, number 1, describe the sets operator. What is sets operator? And then use sets operator to combine multiple queries, okay, into a single query. Okay, so we can combine instead of before this, maybe we can use sub query. Okay, sub queries. So now we can combine so multiple queries into a single query. Okay, and number 3, control the order of rows returns. Okay, you can use order by here, right? Okay, so next. Alright, so lesson agenda for today. Number 1 is sets operators, types and also guideline. As usual, we need to know what is the types of set operator and also the guidelines, how to use sets operator. Okay. Okay, so this is sets operators. Okay, so we have 3 here, and number 1 is union and UnionAll. Okay, union is for this one, and UnionAll is this one. Means that it's combine everything here, all. So in the all in the yellow color. Okay, if let's say union only, okay, so we have something like this. So we have something here missing. Okay, so number 2 is intersections. Okay, mean that's this one, and the yellow one. Okay, we only consider this value, intersections. And the third one is minus. So meaning that if let's say we have 2 operator here, b minus a, so we only want this value. Okay, so we only want the value that the color is yellow. Okay, so we have 3 here, union and also UnionAll, intersects and also minus. Okay, let's move to the next one. Okay, so for the sets operator combine the results of 2 or more component queries into one result. Okay, so the objective for when we are using a sets operator is to combine, to combine the results of 2 or more component queries into only one result. So meaning that we want only one output. Okay, one outputs. Okay, so queries containing sets operators are called compound queries. Compound queries. Okay, this is the keywords here. So we combine, right? We combine. So this is what we call as a compound queries. Okay, so like the previous slides, we have 1, 2, 3, and 4 operators. Okay, if let's say unions, okay, what the outputs, the returns, row from both query after eliminating duplications. Okay, so this is the keywords, after eliminates. Alright, after eliminates the duplications. Okay, so we need to make sure when we are using union, we try to eliminate the duplications. Okay, so where? Alright, if let's say in this diagram here, this is the duplication. This is the duplication here. We try to eliminate here. Okay, so next. Okay, UnionAll rows from both query including all duplication. Right, the keyword is including all duplication. So this is the duplication here. So this is what we call a duplication. So include all this duplication. This is also displayed in the output. Okay, this is what we call as a duplication. Okay, so next, move to the next one. Intersects rows that are common to both queries. Okay, rows that are common to both queries. Okay, so in this example, in this diagram, okay, this is what we call intersects common. So meaning that both have the same, the common value here. Okay, B have this value, A also have this value. Okay, the next one, minus. Okay, row in the first query that are not present in the second query. Rows in the first query that are not present in the second query. Okay, if let's say this is our first query. Okay, so this query is not present in the second query. So we only want this result, the yellow one. Okay. Okay, all the set operator have a equal precedence. Okay, if SQL statement contains multiple sets operator, the Oracle server evaluates them from left top to the right bottom. Okay, so from left top and to the right bottom. If no parentheses, okay, so please be careful. Parentheses means bracket. Okay, explicitly specified by another order. So if you want to secure your to make sure that the SQL, the query follow our requirement, so we must make sure use parentheses. Okay, you should use parentheses to specify the order of evaluation explicitly in query that use the intersects operator with other sets operator. Okay, please be careful. Okay, so when you want to use parentheses, not if let's say you don't want to use this one, okay, so they will read from left top to the right bottom. Okay, so let's move to the next one. Alright, so the guidelines for the sets operator. Okay, number one, the expressions in the select list must match in the number and the data types. Okay, so please make sure all the expressions in the selects, okay, so meaning that we have selects, must match in number and also data type. If let's say we have salary here, okay, so the data type for salary, let's say in this example is number. So please make sure. So another select here, another operator here must use the same data type number. Okay, so that's number one. Right. So and also the number and also the data type. Number two is the data type of each column in the second query must match the data types of its corresponding column in the first query. Okay, if let's say we have first query and the data type here is we have salary here. This is text. Number. Let's say for example the data type is number. Okay, in second query we must make sure salary have the same number also, have the same data type also number. So this is what we call as the data types of each column in the second query, okay, must match the data types of its corresponding column in the first query. And the next one is parentheses can be used to alter the sequence of execution. Parentheses means our bracket here. So if let's say we want A multiplied by B minus C, C plus D and so on, okay, so please make sure we use parentheses to alter the sequence of the execution. Okay, and the last one is order by clause can appear only at the very end of the statement. So normally we use order by to sort, to sort our result. Okay, the next one. Example. If component queries select numeric data, then the data types of the return values is determined by the numeric precedence. Okay, so this is numeric and this is also numeric. If all queries select value of the number type, then the return value have the number data type. Okay, so please make sure, okay, data type must be same, and the first query from the same from the first query and also the second query. Okay, next one. Okay, the Oracle server and the sets operator. When a query uses sets operator, okay, what is sets operator? We have 4, and before this, the Oracle server eliminates duplicates row, alright, automatically, except in the case of UnionAll. Okay, if let's say you all can still remember, okay, we have UnionAll, okay, and then we have intersections, and minus. Okay, we have 4 types of sets operator. So if let's say all sets operator will automatically eliminates duplicates except for this one, eliminates UnionAll. Okay, so I think this one is we have the definitions in the first slides before this. Okay, number 2. The column names in the outputs are decided by the column list in the first select statement. Okay, the column names in the output. So meaning that the column names for output must be decided by the column list in the first select. So if let's say in the first select the column names is salary, right? So the column names for the outputs also salary, determined by the first select statement and not the second statement or the third select statement. And the column names from the first query appear in the result. Okay, I will explain later, and when we see the example. Okay, number 3 here. By default, okay, the outputs is sorted in ascending order of the first columns of the select clause except in UnionAll. Okay, this is like quite normal. If let's say we are not putting any order by, let's say ascending or descending, okay, automatically it will sort by ascending. Okay, okay, next. Okay, table used in this lesson. Okay, so move to the next one. Okay, we have 2. So number 1 is employees. We already have the tables, and the number 2 is job history. Okay, in our Oracle's XE, okay, so we don't have this table yet, but it's okay. Later we try to create during our next lesson in DDL, this data definition table, language DDL, data definition language. Okay, so all the employees provide detail regarding all current employees, and the job history records the details of the start dates and dates of the former jobs, and the job identification number, and also department when an employee switch job. Okay, so in this situation, in this case, okay, we can imagine that if let's say this employee, the existing employee switch the job, okay, so we need to create another table that we call it as a job history, just to put their information, all their information. So just something like this, start date, end date, okay, and job identification number, and also department. Okay, this is just for our reference, So maybe this is considered our history. So we need to put, we need to record all this information. Okay, the next one, union and UnionAll operator. Okay, UnionAll, okay, like the explanation before this, the union operator returns all rows from multiple tables from both query, okay, meaning that query A and also query B, after eliminating duplication. Okay, duplication is here, somewhere here. Okay, it will eliminate duplication here. Alright, so this is what we call union operator. Okay, so the number of columns being selected must be the same. If let's say here we select 4 column, here we need to select 4 column also. The number of column being selected must be the same number. The data types of the column being selected must be in the same data type group, such as numeric or character. If let's say we use data type here numeric. Okay, here we need to use numeric also. Okay, so the data type must be the same from the first column, and also from the second column, from the first query and also the second query. Okay, the next one, the number of columns need not be identical. Okay, the names, sorry. Okay, the third one is the names of the column need not be identical. Okay, nama tak kisah, tak sama pun tak apa. Contoh dekat here we have salary, but in B we have cell only. The only thing that we need to consider is the data type. If let's say we put here number, here we must put number also. But the column name, right, so for this statement, the column names need not be identical. Tak perlu sama. This is just for example. Okay. Okay, so the next one. Okay. Union operates over all of the column being selected. Okay. Union operates over all of the columns. So let's say we have 4 columns here. It will select all. Okay, all 4 columns. And null values are not ignored during duplicates checking. Okay, please be careful with the null. Okay, null values are not ignored. So meaning that we need to consider the null value. Okay, the next one, the last one. By default, the output is sorted in ascending order of the column of the select clause. If let's say you want to sort by descending, please make sure put DESC, descending. Okay, if let's say if we just put order by default it will sort by ascending. Okay, next, let's move to the next one. Okay, this is the example. Okay, so this is the example here. Using the union operator, okay, display the current and the previous job details of all employees. Alright, so display each employees only one, meaning that we need to eliminate duplicate. So in this situation, if let's say we want to eliminate duplicates, we need to use union. Please do not use UnionAll, because UnionAll is not eliminates duplicate. Okay, so we refer back to the previous guideline. Okay, number 1, if let's say we have 2 column here in the first select. Okay, so please make sure in the second select we have 2 also, 1, 2. All right, so that's rule number 1. Okay, rules number 2, if let's say employee ID is number, job ID is number, this is also number, and this is also number. The data type must be the same. Okay, alright. So and then the only things that we need to consider is the names of the column are not need to be identical. Okay, that's one is another guidelines. Okay, so for this one, it will combine the first select with the second select using union. Why? Because we need to eliminate the duplicates. Okay, so at the end of the day, we can see that, right? So this is the example, and so this is the output here. Okay, so the output will follow the column name for the output will follow the first. Okay, will follow the first select. Okay, so here job ID is here. Okay, it will not follow this one. Okay, it will follow the first select. And if let's say we can see here, the employee 200 appear twice because the job ID is different in each row. Even though, alright, the employee ID 200, this is not duplicate because both 200 have a difference job ID. Number 1 account SC account, number 2 is AD assistant. Okay, so this is not considered as duplicates, because when we use union, it already eliminates the duplicates. Okay, so this is the outputs. And also, if let's say we can see here, okay, so this is all the answer. Okay, so we have, even though if let's say we can see here 10101, but then here is different. So this is not duplicates. This is mean still unique. It's not duplicates. Okay, even though we have a same employee ID, because in this situation maybe the same employee ID change department, change department or change job description. Okay, still in the same organizations, but they have a different job ID. So maybe before this they assigned as a clerk, and later promoted to maybe senior clerk or whatever it is. So maybe the position is different, the job ID is different, and maybe later they further study and maybe promoted to the account department, account clerk and so on, account manager and so on. So still the same in the same organization, but maybe in the different department, but the employee ID still remain the same, 101. Okay, so that's the outputs. Okay, so let's move to the next one. Okay, so the next one is UnionAll. Okay, UnionAll operator returns all rows from multiple queries, both queries including duplication. Okay, include this one. This is the duplication. Okay, so the guidelines for Union and UnionAll are the same. Okay, we need to consider the number of columns, the data types using, and so on. With the following two exceptional that pertains to UnionAll. Okay, unlike Union, duplicates row are not eliminated and the output is not sorted by default. Okay, so this is the difference between Union and UnionAll. Okay, Union, the duplicates row will eliminate and the output is sorted by ascending, but for UnionAll, the duplicates row are not eliminated, and the output is not sorted. Okay, so that's two different guidelines, two different things when we are using Union and also UnionAll. Okay, let's move to the next one. Okay, so this is the example. Okay, display the current and previous department of all employees including duplicates. So when we need to include duplicates, okay, so in this situation we can use UnionAll. Okay, right. So like the previous one, okay, the rule is going to be the same. Okay, number of columns must be identical, 1, 2, and 3. Here also we have 1, 2, and 3. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. And please make sure all the data types must be the same. If let's say department ID we are using number, this is also number. If this is number, this is also number. If this is number, this is also number. Okay, the only difference is one is from employees table, another one is from the job history, and we need to identify the sorting element, the order by. So in this case, we need to put order by because in the previous statement, you will see that output is not sorted by default. So meaning that we need to put the order by here. Okay, so we need to put the order by here to sort the output. Okay, so this is the output for this statement. Okay, so you can see here. So this is the duplications. Okay, so employee 176, employee 176. Okay, so department 80, duplicate, and the SARP also the same. So because we are now we are using UnionAll. Okay, so that's the difference between Union and UnionAll. Okay, next. Right, intersects operator. Okay, I think for this one, I will stop for part 1. Okay, so for this lesson is quite shorter. I stop here for part 1 and I see you again in part 2 for the rest of the agenda. So intersections operator minus matching, and also order by. Okay, so with that, thank you very much. Okay, I'll see you again in part 2, lesson 08, week 9. Alright, so assalamualaikum warahmatullahi taala wabarakatuh.